come to say hello to you and to tell you that we love you, my friend. I've been talking to your good friend here. He tells me that y'all are very close. He told me that he loves you like a brother. It's good to have somebody that loves you. Amen.
Mr. Poole, when I first met him about 18, 19 years ago, he was a quiet gentleman. He was a middle-aged guy. He come in his own, moved in. He was a guy that just stayed to himself. He was quiet. At the time, I was just a young, wild kid, trying to find my way through the institution. And he just wasn't my cup of tea. He just stuck out. He just didn't belong. He didn't fit the mold of being in the institution. Over that time, very few people come to him and talk to him or had too much of anything to do with him. He was a loner. Then he just vanished off the scene. He went to, I guess, another unit and maybe even another facility at some point. He just moved out. And I met up with him maybe 5 months ago at the hospital. Working in the hospital, I'm dealing with terminally ill guys in hospice or palliative care. And I just happened to walk through one day and making rounds, just like normal, every day. And I walked into a room and you had 2 guys that had been moved in who were in hospice care. And both of them terminally ill, bad. And I said, man, I know this dude. And I kept thinking, Michael Poole, man, I know that name from somewhere, but just couldn't place it. After about my 2nd or 3rd day in the room with him, coming in the room, just sitting with him, I decided, man, I know this guy's name. So I went to somebody and had them look him up. And come to find out, he was in the same camp that I was at in Unit 29, the same year I was there. And so I came back the next day and went in the room and I said, Mr. Poole, don't you remember me? It's Jerry Mettetal. We were in the same zone together years and years ago. And he didn't really say anything. But I think he realized that he had somebody that was beginning to be there, because I had been there every day with him for most of the day in this particular room. And it just developed. And he went from breathing really, really raspy and hard to where he calmed down. And he began to catch gear and he began to incline. And so I just kept coming in the room with him every day. And I just sat with him and read or talk to him and just shoot the bull with him, sometimes. And one of his favorite things when he was talking a little bit, I come in the room and grab hold of his hand and pull my signature move on him and lock my thumb inside his hand every day. I'd say, what's up, Mr. Poole? He'd say, I love you. And every day I come into that hospital, if he hears my voice, he's gonna raise that one arm up and he's gonna be reaching out for me because he knows my voice. And it's a beautiful thing to see how a person who is in a predicament where he's at has, for maybe the first real time in his life, is experiencing what it means to really be appreciated, really to be loved and cared for, and to have some semblance of dignity, if you will.
He also told me that you were saved, that you knew Jesus as your Savior. And you leave this world, you've got another world waiting on you. You just look forward to that. He's going to be right there waiting on you, brother.
I've told him, God is using you right now in such a powerful way that you'll never in this world understand the impact your life is about to make. You are somebody. It doesn't matter to me what your crime is. I don't care what your past mistakes are. The same God that we serve together, he began a great work in you, and he's going to complete it, bud. God developed me over a number of years to get me to the place where I'm at, to do that ministry at that hospital, which has been by far the hardest ministry I've ever encountered in my life. But it is the most blessed ministry that I have ever experienced, to walk a man to the gate of eternity and hand his hand over to the Lord. It's just the most beautiful thing. But with Mr. Poole having just vanished off the scene, God brought him full circle right back to me at a time when he needed help the most. And he brought him to me, of all people. And it's so beautiful and such a blessing that he would bring him back to me. So for Mr. Poole, it is an honor and a privilege to be there for him in his time of need. I'm so thankful for what God has done in my life to get me to the place where I can be there for him. He's an amazing man, and he'll always be my papa. He'll always be there. He has gravitated to me so much, and he yearns for me every day. Nurses said that he's probably going to pass away in a couple of days. Well, he told me he don't want to leave me behind. He does not want to leave me behind. Mr. Poole, it's okay to go home. It's okay, buddy. You can't take me with you. This is something you have to do on your own. I'm with you, and I'm walking with you all the way to that gate. But you got to do this. You cannot take me with you. And I'm wanting you to know that it's okay. It's okay. I will be okay, buddy. You're always going to be my papa.
Less than 2 months later, Michael Poole was transferred from Unit 42 at Parchman to a Free World hospital, where on April 26th, he passed away.
Who would have thought that God would use you in such a powerful way?